Crypto.com has been making big moves in the crypto space for some time. However, that hubbub has only intensified recently. All that is thanks to the upcoming CRO mainnet launch on the 25th of March, as well as the project doing the biggest token burn in history. Not to mention some high-flying partnerships with the likes of Aston Martin. Those drivers saw CRO having an explosive February, with the CRO token soaring to new all-time highs. This really brought Crypto.com back to the forefront of my mind. So, today, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the Crypto.com ecosystem. I'll also be sharing my thoughts on that mega token burn and what I think it means for the price of CRO. All that is to help you work out what Crypto.com services are right for you and if CRO is worth adding to your portfolio. Before I get into all that, I need to level with you. Whilst I have won and lost fortunes trading Magic the Gathering cards, all that experience doesn't make me a financial advisor. That means that everything I say is for informational and educational purposes only. With those stone-cold truths out of the way, I want to welcome anyone new to the channel. Aloha and welcome to the Bureau. This channel is what you need if you are serious about crypto. On it, you'll find tip-top reviews, insights, and analysis brought to you by yours truly. So if that sounds like something you want to get involved with, then you can join the Coin Bureau Dream Team by boshing that subscribe button and gently flicking that little bell. Do that and those wizards at YouTube will let you know whenever I release another video. One final thing. I've taken the liberty of popping some handy timestamps below. You can use them to jump around to the sections you'll get the most value from. Okay, ready to see if Crypto.com and CRO tickle your pickle? Let's open up the jar. To kick things off, I'd better explain what Crypto.com is. In short, the project claims to be on a mission to, quote, accelerate the world's transition to cryptocurrency. That's a pretty posh way of saying that they want to help increase crypto adoption, a noble cause indeed. The skeptics amongst you will realize that this bold claim is made by pretty much every crypto project under the sun. So you'd be right to question that. However, the truth is that Crypto.com is one of the few projects out there that have made some pretty huge leaps forward when it comes to bridging the crypto and traditional fiat worlds. To explain that, I'll need to take you through the Crypto.com ecosystem. So let me give you a whistle-stop tour. First up, you have Crypto.com Pay, which allows you to shop at online retailers that have integrated the Crypto Pay checkout. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The number of retailers you can do that with is relatively limited, and frankly, anyone wanting to live using only crypto for payments is going to struggle a bit. However, you can also choose from a range of more than 300 gift cards to convert that crypto into everyday items and services. So yes, if you wanted to buy that Starbucks coffee with any of the supported 15 cryptos, then you could do that by buying a gift card with Crypto.com Pay. Oh yes, another neat feature is being able to top up prepaid phones with crypto. Pretty useful for those on pay-as-you-go. Sure, being able to spend that crypto is really cool. However, if you're like me and think cryptocurrency is going to go places, then why would you ever spend it using a solution like this? Well, I personally like getting extra value whenever I spend anything. I'm a bit of a value hunter like that. Buy food or drink with Crypto.com Pay, and you'll get 5% in cashback rewards on that purchase. For travel-related stuff, you'll get 1.25%, and for pretty much everything else, you'll get 2.5% cashback in crypto. However, if you've staked 10,000 CRO, those cashback rewards are doubled. So, if you want to use Crypto.com Pay to spend some of those crypto gains, that's certainly something worth considering. Last time I checked, CRO was hovering around 16 cents a coin. So, once I got my abacus out and ran those calculations, it turns out that you can get that extra crypto cashback by staking around $1,600 in CRO, at least at the time of shooting this video. Next, you have Crypto Credit, which allows you to take out a collateralized crypto loan. Here you can borrow up to 50% of that collateral. That means if you supply $10,000 in Bitcoin, you can get $5,000 in stablecoins. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why on earth would anyone want to hand over $10,000 in crypto and get $5,000 back and pay an 8% to 12% APR on that loan? Well, the truth is that most people use these types of loans to buy more crypto. It's a way to leverage that exposure to the markets. Moreover, this crypto loan doesn't require any annoying credit checks. So you could view these types of loans as a way to monetize your crypto assets. That's why they're so over-collateralized. If that's of interest to you, then you might want to consider staking 50,000 CRO. That's how you lower that APR from 12% to 8%. But maybe you don't want to do that over-collateralized loan mumbo-jumbo, but still want to earn a return on that crypto. Well, it turns out that Crypto.com has a solution for that too, called Crypto Earn. Here you can supply over 30 cryptocurrencies or stablecoins and earn interest. You can choose between flexible, 1-month and 3-month deposit terms, and the interest rate you get is also influenced by the amount of CRO you stake. 5,000 CRO or fewer staked will get you the lowest rate of interest. 50,000, a better rate, and a whopping 500,000 CRO staked would be enough to get that top rate of interest. The best interest rate you can get for Bitcoin would be 8.5% and 14% on stablecoins. Not too shabby if you ask me. Crypto.com's fourth product would be the Crypto.com app. Now, I've done an in-depth video of that, which you can watch by hitting that link in the top right. But it's essentially your gateway to all the Crypto.com products I've talked about so far, plus a few more. You can also deposit fiat currency and buy or sell any of over 100 cryptos here in just a few taps and get a hot crypto Visa card. I'll talk more about these in a minute. There's also Crypto.com's version of CoinMarketCap, which lets you explore those cryptocurrency markets. Honestly, many of my mates loved the Crypto.com app. But that didn't change the fact that the project controlled the private keys to your crypto. Now, a very wise man once said, "Not your keys, not your crypto." That shortcoming was a key reason why people like me were not really comfortable using the app with any meaningful amount of crypto. However, the Crypto.com chaps seem to have acknowledged that by bringing out their own DeFi wallet. Basically, this alternative wallet is a non-custodial one, where you keep the keys to your own crypto. So, if that's important to you, you'll want to opt for this alternative. Here you can store and manage over 100 different cryptocurrencies, send them, earn interest thanks to integrations with the likes of Compound, Yearn, and Cosmos staking. Alternatively, you might want to farm or swap DeFi tokens. You can do that with this app too and even boost your yield by staking CRO. Crypto.com's next product is what put them on the map in the first place, and that would be their crypto Visa cards. These allow you to spend that crypto wherever Visa is accepted. Last time I checked, that was a heck of a lot of places. Yes, the cards are not available in every country in the world. However, you can get your hands on them if you're based in the US, Europe, Singapore, or Canada. Honestly, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to get a Midnight Blue card. It's free, and you get a 1% CRO reward on all purchases, which is 1% better than that first HSBC debit card I had the misfortune to own. On top of that, you'll be able to withdraw $200 at an ATM for free per month and have $2,000 in foreign exchange transactions at the mid-market rate. Pretty useful for that extensive traveling we'll all be doing post-COVID. Also, if you have a lot of value in crypto, then having a crypto card could be useful if an unexpected expense were to show up. Alternatively, maybe you had a bumper day in the crypto markets and wanted to treat yourself with a little something with those gains. Now, the rest of Crypto.com's cards are all metal cards, and you'll need to stake CRO to get them. The thing to note with that CRO stake is that it's not like an annual credit card fee that's gone forever. Yeah, take note of that, Amex. It's staked tokens, which means you can get those tokens back later on. The first premium card is the Ruby Steel. To get it, you'll need to stake 5,000 CRO. At the time of making this video, that's around $800 worth of CRO, so not an outlandish barrier to entry. In return, you'll get 2% CRO cashback, a Spotify rebate of $13 a month, and $25 in CRO if you wanted to sign up using my link in the description below. Oh yes, you'll also get $400 in free ATM withdrawals per month. That's double what the Midnight Blue card gives you, and you'll be able to get foreign transactions at the mid-market rate for up to $4,000 every month too. So, in a year, you would get $156 in value from that Spotify rebate and $25 by using my link. That's $181 in value plus the 2% cashback on any purchases you make, a baller metal crypto card, and of course, you get that staked CRO back when you're done. A pretty sweet deal if you ask me. The step up from that Ruby card is the Royal Indigo and Jade Green card. Unlocking those will mean staking 50,000 CRO, which is a cool $8,000 worth. That card gives you 3% in CRO cashback, that Spotify rebate worth $13 a month, a Netflix rebate worth another $14 a month, and an airport lounge access pass. Again, that will come in pretty handy when we're jet-setting across the world again. Yes, limits for those free ATM withdrawals and foreign transactions get increased again. But here's the question. Is all that worth staking 10 times the amount of CRO you would for the Ruby? Well, personally, I don't think so. And let's not even talk about the Rose Gold or Icy White cards that will require you to stake $80,000 worth of CRO, or the Obsidian card, which you'll need $800,000 in CRO to get your hands on. If I'm being honest, if you're looking for a premium card that will turn some heads, I would look no further than the Ruby card. You get a ton of perks relative to the size of your CRO stake and get that awesome metal Visa card to boot. Pre-pandemic, I quite like dropping my Ruby card on those silver trays they give you in restaurants to pay the bill, to get the attention of a good-looking waitress or two. Yes, I would get a comment about that card, but what I was really hoping that they might recognize me as an up-and-coming crypto YouTuber. Sadly, that last bit has never happened. Yet. Now, the final piece of the Crypto.com ecosystem puzzle would be the Crypto.com exchange. Now, I actually did a dedicated video about that a while ago, which you can check out over here. If you watched that video, then you'll know I was pretty excited about that exchange when it first came out. The standout feature was something known as the syndicate. Basically, whenever a new coin is listed on the exchange, the Crypto.com guys give users the chance to get a discounted allocation of the coin. Around a year ago, $500,000 worth of that crypto was typically available at a 50% discount. If you scroll through the recent listings like Filecoin, Near, and Zill, you'll notice that the discounts are still 50%. However, the allocations available have halved to $250,000. Pretty disappointing. The way these syndicate events work is that the more CRO you stake or the more you've traded on the exchange in the last 30 days, the higher the maximum allocation of the discounted coins you can buy. If we check the most recent Filecoin event here, you can see that if you staked 5,000 CRO or traded more than $5,000 in the last 30 days, you would have a max allocation of $500 worth of Filecoin. That option to get a syndicate allocation via your 30-day trade volume wasn't the case when I did my last video on this exchange. If you check out the 24-hour trade volumes on the Crypto.com exchange, you'll probably see why they want to encourage that volume as much as possible. Let's be real, less than $300 in a 24-hour volume on a major trading pair like BTC ETH isn't exactly great. Those other trading pairs don't look too healthy either. That's why I'm going to hold up my hands here and say that the Crypto.com exchange hasn't really developed as I hoped it would. Sure, you might want to ninja in there to take advantage of the syndicate. However, when it comes to crypto trading, I cannot say I've personally used the exchange in about a year. Those trade volumes on the Crypto.com exchange aren't exactly appealing, and besides, I do like a wider selection of altcoins. So, what exchange do I use? Well, that would be Binance. I mean, you get access to hundreds of different altcoins, and trade volumes and liquidity there are usually the highest of any exchange. I've actually done a complete walkthrough video on Binance, which I recommend you watch over here. Oh yes, if you want to sign up to Binance, then check out the link in the description below. Use that and you'll get a 20% trading discount and be helping out the channel too. Win-win. Anywho, that rounds off the entire Crypto.com ecosystem. I have to give it to them, it's quite an impressive web of products and services. But what do you need to know about the CRO token? Let's move on to that. Last year in August, there were a legion of crypto fans taking to crypto Reddit with their pitchforks out. So why was that? Well, out of the blue, Crypto.com announced that they had practically killed off their MCO token overnight by announcing an MCO to CRO swap. That swap rate worked out at around 27 CRO for every MCO token. In short, MCO holders questioned the exchange rate and a bunch of them felt ripped off. I did a video explaining the ins and outs of that. Basically, All that pretty much spelt the end of the old MCO token, and you can see that in the paltry trade volume of just over $1,000 per day we have now. So that means if you want to get exposure to the Crypto.com ecosystem, you'll be picking up the CRO token instead. Now, back on the 22nd of February of this year, it was announced that Crypto.com would burn 70 billion of its own CRO tokens. That was touted as the largest token burn in history. That basically sent CRO to new all-time highs. Part of the reason behind that bullishness was that the circulating supply of CRO would increase to over 80% from the 24% pre-announcement. In other words, there would be fewer tokens held by the Crypto.com team that could be dumped on the market at a later date. If the price action of CRO was anything to go by, the crypto community were by and large happy about that. However, here's the problem I have with it. That token burn was entirely artificial. Crypto.com just woke up one day and said, hey, we're going to burn a ton of our tokens. Maybe it was part of some marketing strategy too, as they sure did grab quite a few crypto news headlines. In contrast, other token burns are mainly based on other metrics like trading volumes, fee burns, or defined and specific milestones. So, in other words, actual use or development of the ecosystem. What worries me about this massive CRO token burn is that it did succeed in creating a lot of excitement and positive price action for the token. However, that hype cannot exactly be replicated again on the same scale. There are simply not enough CRO tokens held by the team to do that. So, I'm worried that once the excitement around all of that wears off, that the CRO token could retrace and burn a lot of people caught up in that hype. With all that being said, there is a ton of utility for CRO within the Crypto.com ecosystem. Want the best cashback deal on Crypto.com Pay? You'll need to stake CRO. Want the best interest rates on Crypto Earn? You'll need to stake CRO. Want a premium Crypto.com Visa card? You'll need to stake CRO. I think you guys get the picture. So, provided the Crypto.com ecosystem continues to grow and attract new users, the future of the CRO token could be bright. I mean, all this staking means a shrinking tradable supply, and that's usually price accretive. However, you do have competitors like Binance rolling out their crypto cards and providing very similar services. So, it does remain to be seen if Crypto.com can retain or grow its market share in this environment. Also, another issue I have any of you tried to get in touch with Crypto.com support? Well, personally, I have, and it honestly took ages to get my query resolved. That's somewhat off-putting from a customer experience point of view and could impact on Crypto.com's user base and the amount of CRO being locked up in staking. Put simply, an exodus of users from Crypto.com to competitors could result in a ton of CRO being dumped on the market by disgruntled former users. The flip side of all this is that if Crypto.com do things right and keep growing their user base, then CRO really could break all-time highs. All right, folks, that's about all I have time for today. But I do have a few closing thoughts. In my book, Crypto.com is home to one of the most well-fleshed-out ecosystems in crypto. They also provide access to a ton of really useful services in a mega one-stop shop. Pre-lockdown, I used to spend with their Visa cards wherever I could, and I hope to be able to do that again soon. Whenever our PM opens things up again, that is. However, it must be made clear that the only real value of the CRO token is to unlock better deals within the Crypto.com ecosystem or to access those hot Visa cards. Looking at some of the trade volumes on the Crypto.com exchange, I think it's quite clear that there is little incentive to stake CRO to get discounted maker and taker fees. What that means is that the value of CRO is inextricably linked to the success of the Crypto.com ecosystem, and that it is the success of these products and services that drives the value of CRO. So, that's something to remember if you're thinking about getting exposure to CRO, especially after it pumped due to that artificial token burn. It will also be interesting to see what happens once Crypto.org chain launches on the 25th of March, or how Crypto.com fares in further growing out their infrastructure for payments, DeFi, and NFTs. I'm certainly going to be following that with interest. Now I want to hear your thoughts, people. What do you think of CRO and the Crypto.com ecosystem? Have you got any questions? Hit me up in the comments. Oh yes, if you love the Bureau and you want to see even more content from me, then you'll want to take a peek at my socials page. There you'll find links to our new TikTok channel, Instagram, Twitter, and more. So if you're interested in all that content you cannot find on the tube, then you know where to go. Finally, if you feel that this crypto champ deserves a pat on the back for his efforts, then be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you want to see even more videos from me. Take care for now and stay cryptic.